Prison.
You got a sick and twisted world perspective. That's almost a challenge for me now.
Bubba.
You're listening to the Bubba the Love Sponge Show.
Wow. I am on Rumble now, and I'd really like to see your opinions about what I'm going to speak about here momentarily. I'm going to really be monitoring chat heavily because this is just it. I
mean, are we really surprised?
No. Well,
very.
No. I very rarely am I lost for words, but I am here.
When people say you're full of crap, Bubba, they can F off. They're waiting. It's annoying.
It's just amazing how many people... I take that back. It's amazing how a group of people, just a group, that do nothing but want the utmost worst for us. And no matter what we do, they complain on every aspect of every platform we are heard on or seen on, with the exception of Bubba Army Radio, because I own it. We have a small amount of trolls that are most likely fans of another show that do nothing but complain. There's a button that you can hit on any, like Rumble, YouTube,
or like flag or something.
Rumble, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook, like whatever. If something's offensive, you can immediately
flag it
or complain, or you can immediately. I could literally be saying, "Hey, it's Bubba the Love Sponge. I wish you a wonderful day," for each and every person that's listening to the show, and I hope that you have a very, very great day. I like you. Thank you for being a friend. Jesus loves you.
Oh, I got a problem with that.
or whatever.
Sorry.
Your mom loves you. Your family loves you. You're successful. You're the man. Thank you. They would hit that offends them or report now. And so let me talk first about, I'll do a woe's me here in a minute, and it's just going to blow your mind. It's going to blow your mind as to what just happened. Did you send that to me, Lummy?
Yes, I did.
Okay.
Fish on Jay, $25.
It's going to blow your mind when you hear this, and you're going to, and honestly, I think that you're actually going to, as much as you hate us, or maybe not like it, this might just make you want to rally for us when you hear that.
Like the Trump effect?
Yeah. You know what? My God, what a great analogy. What an absolute great analogy.
Genius.
It's like, I can't catch a break, and all I can catch is heat and indictments, and that's all I can catch. I can't ever catch a break. I'm so blackballed and so reported and so screwed with that what I tell you here is going to absolutely piss you off. But before I start that journey, I want to say how sorry I am and how sad it is that we had just an app
P1,
just a really, really good Bubba Army listener. He contributed to the show financially. He was at BARP last year.
Tarpon's game, I saw him at.
Tarpon's game.
He's always at all of our events.
Yippee-o, Brando. Mm-hmm. He was from Orlando, I think, right?
No, he's from Palm Harbor. He was supposed to be at my house yesterday.
He's at Palm Harbor. Okay.
Yeah.
And he's just a really good dude. I've probably met him 5, 6, 7 times. He was a really, really good,
baby.
really good dude. And he, I think he'd been to a few Bubba 199s.
He got Uncle Eric set up so he could be able to donate, and he came to every BARP but one.
Right. And, life just was throwing him curveballs, and Yippee-O Brando took his life a couple nights ago. He killed himself a few nights ago. And so as bigger problems as I think I have right now and what I'm going to explain to you I'm going through, please, does he have a wife? Does he have a...
No, his I don't know if I want to get too much, but yeah, she's not alive, but Uncle Eric, he listens to the show, and it was his uncle. So I was with him yesterday, and just give him the best. I mean, there's a lot to deal with.
So Uncle Eric is his real uncle.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, is there anything I can do for the family? Is there anything
When is the ceremony?
They haven't said it yet because it just happened.
Okay. So this just tears me up inside. If you're Bubba Army and you're driving a truck in California and I've never met you, I hope you stay alive forever, and I love you. And thank you for whatever you do for me. But when I've met you and you've contributed to the show and you've gone to our events and you're a local guy and you are as well known as Yippee-O Brando for 1,000 bits, just really, I don't know, it takes a toll on me. It really does. It's just because, our show is so niche, cult-like. And when you get a guy like Yippee-O Brando who's, spreads the word of Bubba Army, and again, got his uncle hooked up to be able to contribute and things. So rest in peace, my friend. And here's another thing I'd like to tell everybody. We all bust each other's balls, and we all try to do a show that you like and be funny. But if there is a person out there that's listening in some way, shape, or form, and you don't have to be a contributor to the size of what Yippee-O Brando for 1,000 bits, the amount he contributed, which was a lot. You may have never contributed anything. None of that matters. If you consider yourself Bubba Army, you listen to the show as much as you can, maybe daily or at least a couple times a week. You get it by whatever means you get it. Whether it's you listen to it on AM 820. You listen to us in Fort Walton Beach. You listen to us, in Orlando. You get us. There are a lot of people listen to us via TuneIn. We, obviously always have a couple thousand watching us on Rumble. Up until about 15 minutes ago, we were on YouTube. That's my next topic. Twitch, Facebook. So by whatever means you consume the show, please know this. That before you do something like that, you can call us. You can, or you can email us and say, hey, I'm going through a tough time. I don't want this on the air, but I'd really like to talk to one of you because I'm thinking about maybe doing some bad stuff to myself. And I promise you that if we get that message, email it to us is probably the most efficient way. Or unless you'd want to call live on the air and give us your number, we'll call you back. Or if you'd like for us to, maybe be transparent and, sled through it on the air. If you're at that point of your life and you don't have anybody to call us. Because there's not a one of us that wouldn't pick up the phone and call you back to try to talk you off the ledge of doing something this irreversible. And I promise you, I know Yippee-O Brando just had a kid, and he was going through a lot of stuff, and I'm not saying anything bad about Yippee-O, but it's nothing that none of us couldn't have wrapped our arms around him and made him feel better and helped him out. We could have helped him out, and we will help you out. So please, that's the worst thing to do. You hurt so many people. It's just such an act of I don't know. I'm not going to say selfishness because that would be saying something disrespectful to my friend. But rest in peace, Yippee-O Brando. I'm very taken back by all of this. And then that in conjunction with, so the Yippee-O Brando part, let me see if I can set that aside and we talk about this next thing and not confuse the two topics. So, at any given time, there's always a bunch of dicks that are listening to the show, reporting the show at an alarming rate. Literally, I could be, Anna and I could be talking about her latest pumpkin pie recipe. And the 5 to 9 to 12 people that absolutely hate our show and complain about it all are just smashing the complaint, red flag, complaint, red flag, complaint, red flag, nonstop. It's amazing how much we get screwed with. And so, as you know, everybody that's listening to this show right now, the biggest mountain that we've been climbing.
Hootie has $200. Yippee-O.
That's for Yippee-O Brando. So this everybody knows that we have been working our ass off to get to the 100,000 plateau of YouTube. And at when you make it to 100,000, then you get this plaque, this aluminum play button plaque that are really quite rare. And in fact, if you have 100,000 subscribers on your YouTube channel,
you're a 1%er.
You're in the top 1% of all of YouTube, of the 56 million people that subscribe or watch or whatever YouTube. You're in the top 1%, and we are literally 100 and what? Well, we don't know because our channel
120, 119 now.
So we have been told we're 119 away from this plateau. We've not had a community strike, and I don't know. I mean, didn't we have one?
It's been over a year, so we were in good standing. We didn't have any.
Yeah, we had none.
After a year, it goes away.
Right. I think last September.
Get expunged.
So we had none. We have no community strikes. None. And YouTube is usually, we've had our struggles with YouTube. And it's because these haters do nothing but continually complain on everything we do, regardless. We could be talking about the Colorado UCLA game this weekend, and they would say, strike.
Then like what he said about
every one of our videos, we have to get a review, even it doesn't matter. And so here's we're 120 away, and the trolls got us. And this is one of the worst ones ever. Just because we were so close. We've been so good. The COVID talk, we always kind of walk that line not to get a strike, a community standard strike. And we just got one about 30 minutes ago. If you go to my YouTube channel right now, this is what you see. You can broadcast this if you'd like. This video has been removed for violating YouTube's policy on violent and or graphic content. So we've now since found out that one of the trolls complained on this video right here from the New York Post. Now, this is from the New York Post. And if you search on YouTube, within YouTube,
you can find this video.
I sent you a
Florida
link, if you want to look.
Okay.
I just put kid beats teacher over Twitch or Switch, whatever it is. Nintendo Switch.
Yeah. You're as tore up as I am right now.
Yeah, this is annoying. This is very
so
upsetting.
if you go within YouTube's search engine, within YouTube.
Yeah.
Within YouTube.
There's the video.
If you go to their search engine and hit kid beats teacher over Switch, it shows USA Today, NBC News, Inside Edition, Fox 35, Fox 11, NBC News, Yahoo News, PRC Channel 2, Daytona Beach Journal. It shows all of these other news sources showing the very same video that we played, that somebody reported us on, and they gave us a community guideline strike based on what's it say? Graphic. What does it say again?
Graphic and violent nature.
Yeah, here it is. So our live show, which was 120. Oh, it gets worse, guys. It gets way worse. So they immediately, whoever's trolling us, complain that this is graphic and violent. They get the live stream shut down. So if you go to try to watch the show live on YouTube, this is what you get. This video has been removed for violating YouTube's policy on violent and graphic content. Meanwhile, we are in the process of appealing it, and our appeal states that this is all over your this is all over your YouTube channel on several different news sources, and we played it from the New York Post, and of which the New York Post blurred out the one that we played right here. The New York Post blurred, and there was no sound, and the New York Post blurred out everybody, blurred out everybody's faces and things like that. And this is the same video. This is the video that we showed today that just got us basically kicked off of YouTube and possibly our lives ruined. Let me go. Now I'm on YouTube. It's at the very top of the search. Mm-hmm. Let me click it. Oh, so so is that what covers their ass? Rhett, is that they put that disclaimer on there?
Yeah, they can age restrict the video, and that's what should be done. I mean, if that video is all over YouTube, which it is.
Which, by the way, Bubba, if you go to the second one, the NBC one, it does not have that.
So we did submit an appeal. I told you that in the hallway. It should take between 48 to 72 hours before we hear back, but I can read it to you if you would like.
I would love to hear it.
We recently featured an excerpt on our radio show sourced from a publicly available news feature. The content is presented in a journalistic manner, utilizing news footage to cover the story comprehensively. Importantly, the video in question was originally posted on YouTube by the New York Post and several other news video channels. This video is publicly accessible. We kindly request a review of the video to ensure compliance with YouTube's content policies. So best case scenario, they take the strike away and they either age restrict the video or they just make us take it down, which at this point, it's half a show.
All right, so that's fine. But here's what sucks. That if we lose this appeal, we can still get over 100,000 subscribers.
You can still subscribe.
You can still go to the channel.
Channel's still live.
You can still go to the channel and subscribe. And maybe this ought to make you now really get pissed off. Maybe this should really make you pissed off now. Maybe you're like, you know what? I wasn't going to go to Bubba's YouTube channel because whatever, but now I'm going to seek out and I'm going to tell people and because here's the thing. If we lose the appeal, which we could very well, we're no longer eligible for our plaque. The one thing that if we lose our appeal, we're no longer eligible for our plaque because we have a community guide.
So we'd have to wait like a year?
No, we will never get one.
Oh, what?
Yeah. I mean, Red, am I right? I mean, like,
no, we likely won't get one. If they clear the strike, then we will see. I feel like they could still be choosy about it. But the rule is you cannot have a community guideline strike within the last 365 days. And we did not.
And we were, hold on, we were one day from hitting that.
A few hours.
And they got us. Those, I hope you people, I hope right now that you're watching my show, clicking all these buttons that try to get me in trouble with literally your penis in your hand right now. Does it feel good when you screw with me? Does it feel good, big boy? Do you like it? Do you like it because you sit in your mom's basement and you're an absolute piece of crap and you have no life going on for you? And I sit up here and I'm on the radio and I got my own show and I got a great ensemble and we're absolutely killing it. Does it feel good? Are you going to report back to your little terrestrial guy and tell him that you got me banned? Because this one was one of the best ones that you guys have ever got me on. This is one of the best. I'm 120. I've been working on this. When did we start our YouTube channel, Rhett? 2017?
Yeah, 2016 or 2017.
So call it 2017, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I've been working on this 7 years. 7 years to make it to this plateau. And you're able. And you know damn well that I didn't do anything wrong.
No, we didn't.
I didn't do anything wrong. I did not do anything wrong. I played a story from the New York Post that's readily accessible on your platform. And it was a story from a reputable news source. And you're such a Karen. You're such a snowflake. You're such a little puss boy. And you have so much anger in your heart that you have to get me a community standard strike 1 day before I was going to hit the ultimate plateau that I've been working for on 7. Give yourself a high five. Give yourself a high five, bud. My first reaction when we were in the hallway is like, I was like, F it. Forget.
Yep.
I was like, forget.
It's
that might have been too close.
That was very close.
I was just like, F it. Can you guys just do the rest? I quit. I mean, look at what they did on how, and Anna, don't give me any crap. I'm going to bring it up. It's a thing that happened in my life that's just inexcusable. And that is the Hogan tape. Look what they did to me on that. And I got to live with that for the rest of my life. Yes, I have a big time stake in my destiny in that particular situation. But there's also another side that most people don't know that really screwed me over. I screwed myself with the Hogan sex tape, but there were some others that piled on that certainly didn't help my cause and bettered theirs. And these same people have so much hate in their heart and they're so jealous of us. They're so jealous that when we go and this was a big deal to me.
Oh, yeah, no
this
kidding.
is a very big deal to me. Like I am so deflated right now. I don't look deflated. I look fat as
It's figuratively,
you look
deflated.
beefy.
I am so beaten down, and I am so deflated by this, and so discouraged. This is exactly what's wrong with our entire country, is that the minority can bitch and hit a couple buttons so the majority gets screwed.
Stanley the Sniper, $100.
Thank you, Stanley.
Don't quit.
For whatever it's worth, again, we did do nothing wrong, which, I think it helps our chances in this appeal. I like our chances just because this video is plastered all over the place. And we didn't cut it up while, watching the video, laughing at this teacher getting punched. Like, it wasn't mean-spirited.
No, we
talked
weren't
about
like
it
saying, man, look at
story.
this kid, man. Isn't it cool that kids beat up teachers? No, we're like appalled for this teacher. We're like, man, somebody please help this teacher out. And then that kid, you need to be held accountable for what you did. Like, I don't know that. Maybe I am so hard edge that by saying that this kid needs to be held accountable, that's like so hard edge nowadays that's a community standards violation.
You just read the news story. The judges, make judge him as an adult, even though he was a minor. I mean, we just read the news story, reported on it. Even if we win, it just shows that they're in the buckle brush. They're just waiting, and they're going to just keep going. And it's really disappointing and sad.
I don't know what to say.
Like,
I just don't know what to say.
Well, we do have donuts on the way now, so.
These people, they're allowed to punch girls. They're allowed to broker sex tapes. They're allowed to. I just. When am I going to catch a break? Like, my God, I understand if I did. Listen, when we were talking about COVID back in the day, and they were kind of saying, like, we knew that we were on some slippery slopes there. We knew that we probably shouldn't be talking like we were, but we did. And we got ourselves a strike. It was right when COVID. I mean, this is even in itself a little kabuki out in the fact that, like, YouTube is like not letting doctors speak openly about COVID. Now that's not. I mean, like, we look at it now and we kind of laugh at it, but it was real when it's happening. Dan really did get contacted by the Florida Board of Medicine. They were looking into maybe taking his medical license away. But and so we got one there. That was like 2 years ago or so. Which I get. I don't get it. I really don't get it, but I kind of get it. And then remember the one time on Twitch, we played when the Ukraine.
Yeah, that was another New York Post deal.
Yeah, that was another New York.
CBS.
CBS. That was a Nora O'Donnell.
Yeah, you're right. It was CBS. Sorry.
Yeah, that's even higher. That's even more insulated.
Right.
Nora O'Donnell, national CBS,
It's the lead anchor, CBS News, yeah.
Governed by the FCC. So if it passes the FCC, standards, it certainly should, not be a problem with Twitch. Well, they report us the hit mix, the hater 10, and so now they've been just absolutely, Lummy, complaining. They have been red flagging as we get closer to 100,000 and get closer to the ultimate plateau within our world, as we've been trying for 7 years now to hit 100,000 on YouTube, which is a real big deal. It really is.
Yes.
And to get the play trophy and little plaque and the whole 9 yards, that as we've gotten closer and closer, probably at 40 and 50 grand, they weren't really complaining a lot. But as we are getting down to, 5,000, 3,000, and then today we actually got down to 120 before we hit 100,000, and the trolls, the hate six, finally. After, it would be interesting, Rhett, to see how many times they've complained, and and this is the only one that's stuck, but how many times they've had to complain on how many different videos to get one to stick.
Well, didn't you say back in the day that the Twitch rep would always tell you that it was like every day our videos were getting.
Yeah. When I had a Twitch rep, the guy was like, "Listen, you get between 20 to 45." Reports, people reporting you a day.
That's insane.
And I'm like,
that many hate
for
watchers.
What? And it's about 6 people that are complaining about everything that we do. And so as we get closer and closer, and the content that we put up is not a problem, whether it's a show, whether it's Honest Friday show, whether it's Lummy's Goat show, whether it's some old Hogan stuff we put up, whether it's the Scratching Off with the Homies, the Bubba's Drive-Thru Review, just all the stuff that we put up on YouTube, none of it's a problem, but they're all complaining. And when we're 120 people away, we're 99.9% there. These mother effers get me on a technicality. You know what? I'm sorry. You cannot like me. You can like me. This is bull crap.
Less than 100 away now.
This is absolutely criminal that you can affect my life that bad. You bunch of pussies.
So
Uh-oh.
our appeal was granted. Woo! We win. Bubba wins.
Quit patronizing me.
No, I'm serious.
Yeah, no, you can watch today's show
Thank
now.
you for your appeal. We've determined that your content, Joe Biden's done it again, doesn't violate community standards.
Feel better?
No, because they're still waiting there. Bubba has his rights.
Unfortunately.
Bubba wins, though.
Uh-oh.
Unfortunately, it looks like we still have active community guideline strikes warnings. So we got a warning on September 8th, 2021, which was years ago. So I think we're all good. I think we are all good. The Today Show is back on YouTube. We're not live on YouTube anymore because they kind of messed that up for us, but you can watch 2 hours and 26 minutes of it up until it got cut off. But that's how you know it was BS. The fact that they reviewed it that quickly and went and reversed their decision, I mean, it proves we didn't do anything wrong. So Bubba wins again.
Happy?
Thanks, Rat. No, I'm not on it. They're still there. It's just like...
I know, but that's a massive win. They tried to take you out. They couldn't do it. Yeah.
Bubba, they've tried to take you out so many times. And we're less than 100 subscribers away from 100,000 subs on YouTube. There hasn't been a radio guy in the history of Tampa radio, or even Florida radio, at that matter, who's had 100,000 on YouTube.
But what Bubba's saying is that, look,
Well, I mean,
we're on the radar.
you feel me.
Yeah, we're on their radar. That means today, tomorrow when we go live, they're going to keep doing it and keep doing it and keep doing it. They see that we're rising and they want to take us down, and we're
because you know why, Lummy?
Like Israel and
because
Hamas.
You know why?
Hamas just keeps firing rockets and firing rockets. We got the Golden Dome up, but they keep firing
How about
rockets.
the Iron Dome?
The Iron Dome.
I want the Golden Dome.
The Golden Dome. That's what we
Dan,
have.
that's Dan's
Dome.
got.
Yeah.
Dan to
Dan's
patent
Dome.
it.
No, but here's the thing. They are so desperate because they know that I got the long game. I got the long game. I started the long game in 2017 when I said, okay, I got fired from Beasley, which you guys had a hand in, the trolls. I got fired from Beasley. God, I wish you really knew the true story behind that. I wish I didn't. I wasn't under a gag order to talk about the Nielsen stuff. I wish I could. Oh my God, do I wish I could? But I can't. But you had a hand in that. And then I'm like, you know what? I'll probably never return back to a really big, sexy FM station in Tampa because I have, no, listen, honest to God, and you can, and let me, I think you even started to say it. Oh, you can say it's Bubba being Bubba. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, can you really say that it's Bubba being Bubba when how many times, Anna, just in the amount of time you've worked here, how many times have you seen me just absolutely screwed with?
Almost every day.
Yeah, so it's not Bubba being Bubba. It's Bubba being transparent about what's happening to him, and most people are not. But I am blackballed. I am blackballed. I have been screwed with, and it started with the Hogan sex tape. And yes, I have a hand in it, but the people that really had a hand in it, not only did they get away with it, but they got my job, and they still have it to this day, and they just won't let me go ahead and do my own thing. They have to try to take this away from me, too. God, I wish I could find that guy.
What'd you do?
I'd whip his ass.
Oh.
Yeah.
Pussy. Fat ass pussy. You're a fat ass pussy that's never, ever had the talent to be. You weren't a long time radio journeyman like me that did put time in and from Terre Haute to Grand Rapids to San Antonio to Chicago to Philly to Orlando to Chicago to Milwaukee to Tampa, then syndicated
Sound like Howard
around.
Dean.
No.
Oh.
You didn't do anything. You stole everything that you've ever achieved in this business. You've stolen or ripped off. You fucking hack. And if this doesn't show you that it's not Bubba being Bubba, it's a real thing. People are trying to get us to trip up and fail every day. Every day. I'll be back in a minute.
He's not part of the solution. He's part of the problem. It's Bubba the Love Sponge.